we had the note with the development infrastructure. This is, we can talk about the other side of financial system, but we have to talk about the physical infrastructure, which becomes very, very important. And that infrastructure lowers transactions cost for private firms, for small firms, for MSMEs. And once you, because they're transactions heavy, so the infrastructure is very, very important. And because you have lowered their transactions cost, you actually enhance their profitability. And that is where the momentum of growth comes from. Now, the biggest problem, that is where we started, that's where Your Excellency you started, how do we finance that public investment? And that is where you find ourselves going for debt. And you can imagine, for example, the kind of thing that has made Kenya being downgraded every time is actually the feeling of you have about $20 billion to be paid in 2024 by African countries which have Eurobond. But the coupon for Kenya is actually $2 billion, which is heavy, and there is a doubt, is Kenya going to pay? And that's why our ratings keeps on. But the bottom line is this. The bottom line is, can you borrow at 6.57% to provide public good, that is public infrastructure? And for that reason, for 10 years, it's not going to be possible. And that is why we find ourselves in that trap. But more importantly, nobody told us that, yes, it is going to be trading in the market, but the risk profile will change its price. So in a sense, we are having a double hit. Right now, ours is trading at about 11.5%. From 6.5%, it had hit almost 20%. So you can see the whole issue of being trapped in the debt is not because debt was consumed. Debt was actually put in public investment, but those public investments were required. But obviously, the pricing is becoming very problematic, and that is what my friend, my colleague here consistently said. We have to have the capacity to analyze and price risk. And that is how we are going to improve the financial market. So we can combine the financial market, what is happening in the financial market, and public infrastructure. And you can see the constraint that we are facing in the development discourse is actually tied to that, just that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor. Now you see the difference between when a professor speaks and when the rest of us speak.
Thank you very much. Mr. President, thank you very much for your time. We really do appreciate you being part of this important conversation. Madam Greenspan as well. Your Excellency, Asante Sana, you may take your seats.